Huh? All right, good. Yeah, my name is Summer. I'm originally from California, and I actually just got back from a trip to California. And I went through security, and there was a sign that said, "No jokes." So I would just like you all to know that there will be no jokes told this evening. I went through security at Amsterdam Airport, and I just got off a flight from Berlin really early in the morning, and I had stayed up all night at Bergheim because I thought that was the best way to not miss my flight. And when you go through security in Amsterdam now, because of the whole Christmas Day bomber, you guys remember that? They question you individually.
Oh my God.
Like 3 minutes of questioning each person. So security starts 2 hours before you're supposed to board. And they question me. And they're like, "Why are you going to California?" I'm like, "I'm going to sing in my best friend's wedding at the San Diego Wild Animal Park." And I must have really looked like shit, because I probably sounded something like, "Oh yeah, I'm gonna go sing." And he was like, "God, I'd hate to be you right now." And I was like, "Hey, it says no jokes. That applies to you too, fucking asshole." Man, no, being back in California was weird. It reminded me of all the people I grew up with. And when you grew up in California, you don't really grow up learning how to eat. As a girl, you grow up learning how to consume calories in very specific amounts, and then puke them up later if you've consumed too many. So I grew up not eating a graham cracker, but consuming 135 calories, 3.5 grams of fat, 1.5 of which was saturated. A medium egg, for example, is 90 calories, 4.5 grams of fat, 2 of which are saturated. I grew up knowing that a medium apple is approximately also 90 calories, however those are all sugar. Thing is, I also grew up in small town California, which is this lovely mix between redneck America and California, which means that all of us are white and none of us are gay. You're allowed to get an abortion, but you'll die trying. Baby killer! Joke for the one person who watched American news. Fabulous. It's also where you grow up learning how to give a blowjob by watching outside your 6th period algebra class while someone gets a fucking suck on the junior varsity field. 135 to 180 calories. Now you know. Excellent. And people ask me when I go back to California, they're like, "You live in Germany?" And first they ask where that is. And I try to explain to them by saying it's in Europe, and they're like, "Oh, Europe's a continent, not a country." Yeah. And I'm like, "Yeah, I like living in Germany." And they usually try to ask why, and usually my explanation is that there's just so many contradictions in Germany. You know, where else can you buy, the mic works sometimes, where else can you buy a baby Jesus butt plug in both white and Latino versions? But you cannot buy it on Good Friday, because nothing the fuck is open. At the same time, my homepage, even while I was back in California, was Stern.de, because that is a quality news source. It is. And one of the major hot headlines on Stern.de was the fact that there is no G-spot. See, Ray, that's why we can't give you a map to find it. It doesn't exist. and you can't teleport it because it doesn't exist. And like many of God's creations, it doesn't exist. And I think that kind of made sense to me, because I've never really believed the whole G-spot thing. I frankly think it's just a coordination of pelvic movements and various sorts of things. But it also always sounded a bit like a Midway carnival. You guys have like Midway fairs here? It's like the country fair. Sorry, I'm from small town California. We have things called country fairs. And you have these games. You know what? Fuck the mic. Shit, you guys can hear me.
Yeah!
You guys can hear me?
Yeah!
Thank you. Thank you very much. So,
You fucked up the mic.
I know. It's too loud for it.
Good.
So,
She slobbered on it.
Oh, really?
How many calories?
25. Shut up. So, the midways. In small town country fairs, you have these games where these men, carnies, stare at you. And they say, "Come on, little children, give the game a try. You just gotta throw the beanbag at the sweet spot, and you'll hit the laughing clown over and you get a prize. But you gotta hit that sweet spot, children." And you know, kids can never fucking hit the sweet spot, so you end up with all these kids crying, you gotta go buy them cotton candy. And the thing is, frustrated woman is nothing like a crying child, because she has to be satisfied, and cotton candy has 155 calories. So you run to the train station, because there's a sex shop there, because it's Germany! You go to the sex shop and you're looking for something that's gonna satisfy her. You got a classic rabbit model. You find the oh my god iPod powered vibrator. Coordinates to your favorite song, but then you see the winner. You got a winner, it's an Obama. Vibrator, coated in light blue. For the Democrats. You love your president. Let him love you. And you know those ears sculpted on the side of the vibrator.
Oh, yeah!
As it massages that non-existent G-spot. She's gonna be saying, yes! We can! Oh, yes! You see, guys, I actually work as a tour guide, that's why I'm so loud. And I've often thought I should do a tour of the sex shops in Berlin. Yeah, I think they're conveniently located in train stations, not that much walking. From California, I was born with a silver car key in my mouth. But then I get tourists that ask me rather interesting questions. One of which was, do the Germans believe in Jesus?
Oh, God!
And I answered, yes, they love baby Jesus. And Obama, too.
Yeah!
All right.